I'm Orrin Witt.
And I'm Kara Witt.
We're the Witts.
We have 4 beautiful girls, Carly, who is 9, Riley, who is 6, Chelsea, who's 4, and Josie, who is 4 weeks old today.
My grandfather was actually a church planter back before they called it church planting. He founded the church that I grew up in.
We met at Word of Life and did ministry together. That's part of how we met.
We spent the first 10 years of our marriage in youth ministry, but heard about the opportunity to come down here to Florida and heard about specifically the Lakeland church and the need that was there for a leader to lead a team and restart this work.
One morning we wake up, it's like God is definitely calling us to go to Florida. We didn't see it coming, but we know that God's going to do something really great and we have to follow what He's called us to do.
So the church that's in Lakeland, started back in the 80s, and it really was a very rural community, surrounded by a lot of farms and stuff.
5 years ago, this church was about ready to shut its doors. So they reached out to the Grace Brethren Church in Sebring and really cried out for help to do something to bring life back to this church.
To be effective as a church, we have to reach our immediate community. It's a growing community. There's a lot of permanent residents, like year-round residents. There's a lot of young families. I mean, we're within 45 minutes of the fastest growing areas in the state of Florida and some of the fastest growing areas in the country.
Our job right now is to create a team. And so we've been meeting with people, inviting them over to our house, and trying to get people to get behind that vision.
This is a bold ask. We're looking for people that will move there with us. We would love it if we could get half a dozen families that would be willing to say, I'd rather live in Lakeland, and move there with us.
Our goal is in 3 to 5 years that the church there in Lakeland will be filled with people who are growing in their faith, that have accepted Christ, and that people know that they can come there and that they're going to be loved.
Obviously, a project like this requires a significant investment financially. And so we're looking for people that are willing to partner with us for a few years to help us get this thing off the ground. The goal here is to reach a community with the gospel. And with that comes the most important thing that everyone can do, and that's to pray. Pray for the families that we're going to meet, the parents, the kids that we'll come into contact with. Pray that our conversations with them would be spiritual in nature and fruitful, that we would have ample opportunity to share the gospel with them. And we're looking for life transformation. We're looking for the most important message that we can bring to people's lives to affect change.